Public Speaking Contest 2018. I am Shani Limbu, the anchor of the competition. Today is the first audition round of Public Speaking Contest 2018. This program is produced by Utsa Nepal and supported by Dilijo. The contestant will have 3 minutes time to speak and complete their speech, and the warning bell will be rang on 2.5 minutes. The topic of audition round is students' overall capability cannot be determined just by examination. Now I'd like to call Pukar Budathoki of Gozamukhi School, studying in grade 9.
Can we say that examination is the only way to determine a student's overall capability? No, it is not the only way, because many talents are there that should be checked to determine a student's overall capability. Many students are talented at different topics like games, arts and many others. So their talent is not reflected by the examination, and the examination is not the only way to determine a student's overall capability. There are many faces worldwide who have proved that examination is the not only way to determine a student's overall capability. Many persons like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Bill Gates or Benjamin Franklin etc. have proved that examination is the not only way. One of the major people that proved that examination is the not only way is Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, who didn't even achieve a very high formal education, is a founder of bulb, which is considered as a major invention that is useful in our world. Another is Benjamin Franklin, who didn't even got a high formal education and got many talents. Is a writer, scientist, inventor, etc. And that's why he is really talented and his future is very successful. Another, like we all know Steve Jobs and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Let's talk about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the founder of a $1 trillion company, Apple, but he didn't even got a college degree. He was a college dropout. So can we say that examination is the only way to determine a student's capability? No, examination will not determine the student's overall capability, as it only checks the student's remembrance and remembers rather than understanding. A person who has high understanding and cannot express its understanding in paper will fail in the examination, but in his career life he will be really successful. So as like all of these personalities in our society also, we can find many personalities that have proved that examination is the not only way. So by following these steps and we can all conclude that examination is not the only way, and their talent should also be determined to check the student's overall capability. Thank you.
Now I'd like to call
Ujjwal Lal Shrestha from Mahamanjushri School. He is studying in grade 9.
Without further more delay, I would like to start my topic. Students are those who are in learning phase and learns a lot of things in their life and becomes a skillful person in their life. Although many people believe that exams are the best way of assessing students' capability and level. Others, however, believe that exams gives unnecessary pressure to the young learners and tell little about their actual ability. Examinations are often used to assess students' capability, but they have limitations. Capability is influenced in various factors such as learning style, personal experience and creativity. However, the examination cannot tell everything that the students have, like creativity, skills, what they are perfect in and many more. Limitations of examinations. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Anuma Subedi from Kathmandu Valley School, and she is studying in grade 9.
As someone who has experienced the anxieties and stress of examination, I stand before you all to shed light on the crucial aspect of education and why a student's capability should not be determined by examinations. Throughout my academic journey, I have witnessed how the overemphasis of examination can overshadow the incredible diversity of talents that each student possesses. First and foremost, it is necessary to acknowledge all the talents and unique skills that every student has possessed. We all have skills that are beyond what examinations can evaluate. Some students have remarkable leadership skills, others have great social skills, and some even have natural gifts for creativity and artistic expressions. Reducing our work to mere scores not only undermines the individuality of everyone, but also neglects the broader spectrum of talent we bring to the table. Moreover, every student has a different way of learning style. For example, some students may understand better through visual concepts, while as others understand better through lectures and discussions. By recognizing and embracing these learning styles, we can ensure that each and every student is able to get full support and guidance and be able to reach their full potential. By academic year, our Emotional and mental well-being is also affected by examinations. It leads us to being more stressed, overthinking, and even anxiety and more mental problems. As students, we find ourselves trapped in a constant cycle of comparison and competition among each other. This develops a fear for disappointing us, our parents, and our teachers. This does not allow for learning or anything, but it makes us despise education and it makes us fear failure. In the current 2079 batch of SAE students, over 485 students participated, but only 97 of them were passed. What about the remaining 3%? If they were provided with proper vocational training and practical skills, then they would have been able to use those marks in their practical exam, or maybe be able to use those marks in their life for making a living. As students, we crave for education that not only prepares us for exam, but also it equips us with emotional intelligence, practical skills, and creative thinking abilities. We all want education that makes us ready for real life situations and makes us ready to solve those problems. In conclusion, I would like to say that no, examination is not bad. We need it to evaluate our academic skills, but making our whole life revolve around the A and F we get in the mark sheet is not good. In conclusion, I'd once again like to say that no student's capability is determined by the examination, but by the hard work, resilience, and the failure and success they receive in their experience. Thank you.
Now I'd like to call
Isaac Katsami from Wilson Academy School. He's studying in grade 9.
Have you ever seen an iceberg? Well, I'm sure that most of you haven't since you live in a landlocked country. But I please request you to please Google a picture of an iceberg and you will see what a magnificent sight it is. It towers above the surface while it hides its true magnitude beneath. Similarly, when it comes to evaluating students' overall capacity, relying solely on the examinations is like judging that iceberg by only what is visible above the water. Today, I wanted to shed light on a crucial concept. The fact that a student's overall capacity cannot, and I stress that it cannot be determined just by examinations. Examinations undoubtedly provide us a snapshot of our understanding at a specific moment, just like a sneak peek into the tip of the iceberg. But just as the hidden mass underneath the water is what gives an iceberg its true power, a student's broader abilities. His or her critical thinking, communication skills, resilience, and confidence often lie below the surface. Just think about it. When you learn to ride a bicycle, it's not just about memorizing the steps or memorizing the paths. It's about finding your balance, mastering coordination, and most importantly, building the confidence to keep on pedaling even if you stumble. Imagine a world where Thomas Edison was judged solely on his failed attempts at inventing the light bulb, or when Mozart started to learn the piano when he was just 3 years old. Now, he would have never been the great prodigy and the great composer we all know of today, just because of the intense pressure that the students are getting because of exams. Most students are compelled to give up on their dreams and passions and focus solely on exams, especially in Asian culture, where the students are technically brainwashed into thinking that they have to do whatever it takes to make their parents happy, which I think is very ridiculous. So, in summary, examinations only provide us a glimpse of our abilities. Our true potential lies beneath. Together, let's champion a holistic approach for a future of limitless learning and progress. That's all for today. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Kusal Gautam from Future Stars School, and he is 10th grader.
People have many other qualities other than education that determine their quality of life. Education and examination is confined to the boundary of textbooks, schools, exams, and certificates. While it provides the foundation for learning, it does not fully reflect the students' potentiality, creativity, and capability. Students have their own talents, skills, ideas from which they can get success in their life in their favorite field. People said that students' overall capability determined by their academic qualification. This is not the truth. From many years ago, there was not the facility of education, but also many people are capable and get success in their life because of their unique talents. There are various examples of the persons who say that examination only does not determine the quality of a person. Some of them are Steve Jobs, Sachin Tendulkar, Pele, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lakshmi Prasad Devkota, and many more. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is a very famous socialist player. His family was very poor and he didn't get a chance to study, but also he was very eager in his career and he grabbed opportunities for playing football and be a famous football of the among the international world. Other one is Lakshmi Prasad Devkota. Lakshmi Prasad Devkota is another famous renowned poet of Nepal. He is also known as the Mahakavi of Nepal. He was also born in a middle class family. He didn't get chance to study because of the various challenges faced in the Nepal's society. But also he was very eager for his good talents and he became the famous poet of the Nepal. So clarifying this statement, I like to say that capabilities is necessary than the examination and students' overall capabilities cannot be just determined by the examination. Thank you.
Now I would like to call
Prakriti Kesi from Mahamanjushri School. She's studying in grade 9.
For this, let's visualize a beautiful garden with a bunch of flowers, and such as the flowers, students bloom in various different ways. Students have different unique talents and potentials and various different abilities that are yet to be discovered, and we all are unique in our own ways. And students have different ways of learning, such as a student might prefer to learn something visually, or a student might prefer to study in a group so that they can understand the topic better. Some might even hire a mentor to educate them in the topic. I can give you an example for this. Albert Einstein. Is there anyone in this room that does not know about Albert Einstein? If so, Albert Einstein is a well-known scientist. He had trouble learning at school. He was sick of the educational system since he had different thoughts from the other people, and same as that, he used different unique ways to learn for this topic. As he had the interest for science and physics, he is known as one of the most influential scientists in the world. In short, we learn from this that our potential is not defined from our grades. As a student myself, I can tell you that we all have our own struggles, we all have our own problems, and we all have our own paths as well. Students, we all have our own unique talents as well.
Now I would like to call Akash Shrestha from Kathmandu Valley School, studying in grade 10.
I stand in front of all of you to shed light on a very important issue that has been prevalent for our education system for far too long. A student's true capabilities cannot be determined by examination. This has been argued for many years, and I am present here to express my views on this very topic. Examinations have been a crucial part for our education system for centuries, and it has been a determining factor for our students' knowledge and comprehension towards numerous subjects. However, it has limits and it cannot act as a sole indicator of a student's true capabilities. Exams can create stress and it can create anxiety. Students feel that they are underperforming due to exam-related stress, which might hinder the process of learning as well. The main reasons why exams fall short in finding out a student's true capabilities is because it focuses mainly on memorization and regurgitation. Rote learning might be useful to gain marks during exams, but it does not help us to thrive in the real world. So what can we do to solve all these problems? We can, so I would like to introduce to everyone that we can use practical-based learning. Practical-based learning is a experiential type of learning where students get to experience real-life experiences and hand-to-hand activities and practical knowledge as well. Practical-based learning also opens up a big stage for students to find their own talents and abilities where they can solve real-life problems as well. Also, in a survey done in the early 2000s by the United States, we have found that more than 80% of the students think that practical-based learning is more effective than normal examinations. Also, the modernizing world and the changing job markets also demand more than just academic success. And all the people who are successful right now, such as Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and everyone, are thriving in our real world because they have mastered three simple qualities, which are problem solving, creativity, and critical thinking, which can all be learned through practical based learning, but they cannot be learned solely through examinations. We should, so what can we do to access a student's true abilities, true talents? First and foremost, we should request our school to add practical based learning in our daily activities, and we should ask our school to create an open space for every student to find their forte. In conclusion, I would like to say that examinations are not the solely indicator for students' capabilities. We should focus on practical based learning. We cannot depend on examinations to find our students' true capabilities. We should also acknowledge the fact that we have reached from motor cars to flying cars, yet we haven't changed the same old pattern of examinations. So I'd like to call out every instructor and educator that is listening to me right now to come together and forge a path towards a more comprehensive way of education, which values every student's capabilities, education in which a student is not named a failure just because they couldn't do well in exams, just because they couldn't thrive in the academic sector. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call Megan Adhikari from Bozarmukhi School. She is studying in grade 9.
In today's Nepal education systems, exams are only the way to measure students' overall capability. There are many other skills that help the students to develop their skills such as creativity, critical thinking and communication that are not being reflected by exams. As well as other skills are also required. Exams are not only the way to measure students' overall capability. A student uses his whole year of his life just to learn and understand, and his whole year will be determined just by sheer examination. Is this process correct? No, this process is incorrect because the examination doesn't determine their capability. The examination determines the remembrance power. A whole year performance of the students will also be determined in the entire year. I will ask you a question, a simple question in it. Can we determine the students' overall capability with examination? I think so, no, because it helps to understand the remembrance rather than the understanding. There are many different students who used to understand better but cannot express their understanding in papers. So that's why they used to get failed in examination. And if we will see them in the examination point of view, then they will get failed in their career. But if we will look them in a professional way, then they will be successful in their life. There are many worldwide personalities who have proved that examination cannot determine their capability, like MS Dhoni, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. MS Dhoni is a great cricket player which we all know today. He dedicated his entire life in cricket and did not focus in his studies. And now he is the idol of the cricket. Bill Gates is a bachelor dropout student of Harvard University. But he is the co-founder of Microsoft company. And no one in the world can say that Bill Gates is not intelligent. Steve Jobs is also an intelligent person. He didn't focus in his studies and he was also a college dropout person. But now he is the founder of the company Apple, which we all are using today. So in the same way, if we go throughout the society, we can see different students getting successful rather than their intelligent, and extraordinary also should be measured. So by above example, it's proved that examination cannot determine the student's overall capability. Thank you.
Now I would like to call
Pravat Tulachan from Mahamanjushri School. He is studying in grade 10.
Exams. So ever since I started my school life, I've been giving exams. Even we guys have been giving exams, and I'm sick and tired of giving exams. We all present here at the moment, we all are educated, right? And every schools, colleges and universities take exams. Just to remind you guys, it's the 21st century. It's the century of technologies. It's a modern life, right? And many things has changed around since for past decades, for past centuries, but the educational system remains the same. So the educational system remains the same. We all are surrounded by technologies. We all are surrounded by technologies. So educational system, it's still the same. It's outdated. Educational system has affected students' life very badly. It's for more than 100 years. We still have the same education system. We still study by looking at the board, what our teacher teaches, right? What our teacher teaches. We still sit on the benches. We look in the board. It's a time to bring this out. We need to bring a new type of educational system in our life. So there are lots of people. So our society has a mind. They have a negative mind. They say that if we get good grades, if we do good in exams, we will be a successful person and rich in life. Thank you.
The competition can be viewed on our online pages like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. All 3 rounds will be featured in our Utsa Nepal YouTube channel. Auditions are happening. If you are interested, then you can contact us on the address given below.